Good morning, YouTube. It's your boy, Sonic, the Wrestling Reporter Hedgehog. Thank you for coming back to this video that I just discovered. So this is involving Aleister Black and AJ Styles. As most of you have heard, this past Monday, AJ Styles attacked Aleister Black along with the OC. They attacked Aleister Black, and then I don't know all the details. The Black Styles match has been confirmed for next Monday. So, what am I thinking right now about this? So, let's talk about it. Here are my 3 reasons why Aleister Black must defeat AJ Styles. On the March 2nd episode of WWE Raw, Aleister Black will face off against two-time world champion AJ Styles. Aleister Black is one of the wrestlers Paul Heyman is keen on showcasing each Monday night, and he picked up another big one on February 24th episode of WWE Raw by defeating Eric Rowan, whose What's in the Cage gimmick is immediately falling flat. But Black remains as hot as ever, despite not receiving a push akin to Andrade's or Drew McIntyre's on Raw. Heyman and the writers have made it clear that fans can expect big things on the horizon for the former NXT champion in 2020. After defeating Rowan on this week's episode, Black was attacked by a two-time WWE champion. AJ Styles' faction, known as the OC, ambushed Black after the match as Styles is targeting the rising star in the hopes he can humble him. Both men will have a match on the March 2nd episode of Raw, and there seems to be a clear intent to build towards something bigger. With a report that Styles is headed for a match with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 36, which possibly could happen, based off of stuff that I heard about what happened at Super Showdown, in which, before I continue, I will be giving my live reactions to Super Showdown later on today. Don't know what time though, but just to know it will be later on today. But anyway, the Phenomenal One could feud with Black and eventually score a big win over him. But here are 3 reasons why Aleister should be the one to have his hand raised next week. Number 1, keep the mascara around him. WWE has done a wonderful job of building up Aleister Black, which I agree, as a potential world champion on Monday nights by having him literally beat everyone on sight. The man is undefeated and seems undefeatable, which is a big credit to his booking. See, he isn't just beating people, but he is doing so convincingly even when he's tested by another great competitor. His feud with Buddy Murphy was done perfectly. The 4 straight losses sustained by Murphy didn't damage the Cruiserweight champion, but rather served as a catalyst for his alignment with Seth Rollins' merciless main event faction. Murphy still looked at a formidable foe in such each defeat, which served to make Black seem even more larger than life. Black can increase his profile to the cusp of main event status by beating Styles multiple times. Styles is already established as one of the biggest stars in wrestling history. I can easily recover from tough losses by beating other veteran performers of similar statues. But now that Styles is nearing the end of his career, the focus has to be on the statues being used to help rising stars like Black Given what WWE has invested in on the undefeated Black so far, there is absolutely no reason for him to take a loss or even not win this match straight up. Number 2, we don't need a screwy finish. You could argue now, you could argue that there's a way to protect both Aleister Black and AJ Styles on the Go Home show before Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. But having the OC interfere in this match for a non-finish would be a calorie booking decision. Like, it's too obvious, right? The thought process of keeping both Black and Styles strong before the pay-per-view and booking a second, more decisive match between them makes sense, right? But it's so obvious, almost Cleef. You don't want to give away all your finishes on television, but with how stagnant Raw was before Heyman took over, that explains why Raw has been as of late. Why would you want to go book to that sort of safe and predictable booking? Food for thought for you guys. Have Aleister Black win. I mean, this guy beat Buddy Murphy cleanly 4 times in a row, so at this point, there's no harm done to a multi-time world champion at all of the world's biggest promotions. But if the OC intervene to have Styles avoid losing in a match where he looks like he's about to lose, we're just running around in circles. Raw has become WWE's most exciting show over the past couple of months, which I kind of agree, but I also disagree. And you don't want to rob the fans watching on television the awesome moment of watching one of your brand's rising stars pin an established name. Number 3, Styles gets some purpose with a loss. AJ Styles has been somewhat listless on Raw over the past couple of months, and there have even been rumors that WWE don't have big things planned for him on the Red brand heading into WrestleMania 36. That may change due to rumors of a possible match with The Undertaker at the shows, but is it true that Styles has a prophecy before attacking Aleister Black? Maybe. And therein lies the budding storytelling. As the big bad veteran of the show, Styles is getting frustrated with being on the sidelines and thinks Aleister is an easy target he's jealous of. This guy, in his first year on the main roster, air quotes, courtesy of Johnny Gargano, has been ranking up wins, and Styles wants to put him in his place. Ooh. But Styles is going to find out what Buddy Murphy and so many others have learned. Defeating Aleister Black is a tall order. Styles will underestimate his opponent and come up short, with even the OC's interference proven inadequate in stopping Black. By losing once, twice, maybe twice to Aleister, Styles could be headed for an interesting crossroads with his character, especially if he ends up being a veteran who questions his own in-ring talents. That's more interesting than watching Styles weasel his way out of a finish or stifle the momentum of a future star. Now, let's talk about what I just talked about. It's going to be interesting for the fact if all this crazy stuff does come true. I mean, it'll be good to see AJ Styles and Aleister Black go at it. I mean, this is a dream match most people wanted to see. And it's interesting because most people, when Aleister Black entered the main roster of Raw of WWE, coming from NXT, no one predicted that this match was ever going to happen. But however, when it comes down to it, I'm going to mention this real quick. When I remember when Undertaker and Goldberg, and by the way, Goldberg, I'll explain to that later, because somebody spoiled something for me. But anyway, Undertaker and Goldberg stood at each other, and then Goldberg eliminated Rusev. Undertaker eliminated Baron Corbin. Then Goldberg speared Undertaker. Then he eliminated someone else. Goldberg eliminated someone else. But then the Dead Man eliminated Goldberg, which I guess probably set up that match. I don't know. But the one match I would like to see happen, AJ Styles versus Edge. That's if what Randy Orton did to Edge isn't true. Because I've been hearing rumors that that Edge is finished, done, finito, ain't competing no more. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for me. I'm sorry, I'm just checking the weather real quick. Sheesh, it's only 26 degrees out? Doesn't feel like 26 degrees. Because before I made this video, I was just outside. And it's snowing too. But yes, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this video. I know it's early in the morning, but I had to do something because I couldn't go to sleep worth crap. So hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell for post notifications. And join me sometime either today or tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, so don't get high hopes yet. Don't give up your hopes yet. I will be doing a recording of my reaction to Super Showdown. But at the same time, I don't want to watch it because people have been spoiling it for me. Because one thing people spoiled for me was the main event. Goldberg and The Fiend. That's why I said, and Goldberg, I flipped and I did this. So yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. Until next time, this is Sonic, the Wrestling Reporter Hedgehog, saying, see you next time. Gotta go fast.